Harper Perennial and Harper Audio present Saratoga Trunk by Edna Ferber. Performed by Robin Miles. 1. They were interviewing Clint Maroon. They were always interviewing old Colonel Maroon. Though he shunned publicity, never had held public office, and wasn't really a colonel at all, he possessed that magnetic, flamboyant quality which makes readable news. It wasn't his wealth. America had 50 men as rich as he. Certainly it wasn't social position. He and the spectacularly beautiful Clio Maroon never had figured in formal New York society. It could not have been his great age merely, which had brought the reporters into his hotel suite at Saratoga on this, his 89th birthday, for the newspapers had seized upon him with yelps of joy when first he had dawned dramatically upon their horizon at 30. They had swarmed on him throughout the 60 years that had elapsed since then. When he turned 40, at his dashing half-century mark, at 60, when there was scarcely a glint of gray in the reddish-brown hair that was exactly the color of a ripe pecan shell, at 70, 80, 85. If Clint Maroon bought an old master or a new yacht, sold short or emerged from a chat with the President of the United States, streamlined one of his railroads, or donated $1 million to charity or science, won the Grand National, or took up ice skating, ever so slightly bow-legged, proof of his Texas past. There the reporters were, clamoring for him. "I'm from the Times, Mr. Maroon." "Herald Tribune, Colonel." "News, American, Sun, Post, World Telegram." "My paper would like to know if it's true that you—" They liked him. He never said, "Hiya, boys," with that false jocularity they so quickly detected. He never whipped a brown, oily cylinder out of his vest pocket with a patronizing, "Have a good cigar?" His manner was courteous without being hearty. Quietly he answered their questions when he was able, always taking his time about it. Just as deliberately he had said on occasion, "Sorry, young man, but I can't answer that question at this time." Curiously soft-voiced and rather drawling for so big and full-blooded a man, he sometimes gave the effect of being actually shy. Easterners, for the most part, the New York newspapermen did not realize that in the far west of the bad old days, the man who was slowest in his speech was likely to be quickest on the draw. They had, in fact, forgotten that Texas was Clint Maroon's early background. He never had reminded them. Certain wise ones among the fraternity said it was Mrs. Maroon who really ran the show. "She's always there," these wily craftsmen observed. "If you'll notice, standing beside him with her hand on his arm like royalty, looking so damn beautiful and queenly you think, boy, she must have wowed them when she was young. She doesn't talk much, but watch those eyes of hers, big and black and soft, and what they miss you could put in your own eye. But when she does speak up, very soft and sort of southern, she says something. Nice, too, both of them. But I don't know, cagey, in a way. I've seen her pinch him when he was headed for Bona, with that lovely kind of heartbreaking smile on her face all the time he took to cover up and start fresh. Someday I'd like to dig way back on those two. I'll bet there's gold in them thar hills." Mr. and Mrs. Clinton Maroon, 5th Avenue and 73rd Street. Clint and Clio, back in the old Texas, New Orleans, and Saratoga days. But, curiously enough, for all their interviewing, none of the newspaper men or women really knew about that. These two had been rich, respectable, and powerful for 60 years. Newspaper reporters die young, or quit their jobs. Possessed of a dramatic quality, together with vitality and bounce, a zest for life, and an exquisite sense of timing.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?